In a world filled with sissies, snowflakes, and spineless morons, we have to provide you with our disclaimer. So here it goes. The following is for entertainment purposes only and is purely the opinion of Fallout Shelter's host, Pat Mitchell and Tino. You should not construe any information or other material as legal, tax, investment, financial, or other advice. Oh, and one more thing. If you don't have a sense of humor, then you're probably in the wrong place. Enjoy.
Zoinks like, hey, Scoob. Like I'm so jacked up on shrooms and meth, the only thing that keeps me calm is listening to Fallout Shelter. Trick and Trito are the only guys to expand my brain, man. You know what I mean, Scoob? Exactly. Okay, Scoob, here's a Scooby snack. I'm going back to the mystery machine and try to bang Daphne. Right on.
Man, Shaggy, you know, him talking about banging Daphne, I mean, who would?
I was just going to say, when I was a kid, I had the biggest boner for Daphne.
That's so funny, eh?
Banger in that mystery machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Her and Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, you've discussed this before on Fallout Shelter. You have discussed this before on Fallout Shelter. You do have a hard-on for Jessica Rabbit.
And maybe Betty Rubble on the side. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I could go for that.
Yeah. Pebbles when she was older.
Old
Yeah.
Pebbles. Not Pebbles like everybody knows Pebbles as a baby.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck a baby, right?
Yeah, no. No, I have to be 500 yards away from a school anyway, so.
Yeah, and I'd have to fire you again. We've had this discussion. I have to keep having discussions with people that work for me that do inappropriate things. The crazy thing is I'm the least inappropriate motherfucker that works in TrickTrades. That's the crazy thing. That's the crazy thing. But,
so I'm looking at that mug of yours, and you just got back from Costa Rica, and I still think I'm darker than you.
No,
Or is it the light?
It's the light. No, I'm actually pretty fucking dark. Like my arms are they're fucking dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chrissy and I both got a pretty good tan. I got like a white blasting light in front of my eyes. So
I see over your shoulder, man. Am I looking at snow out there? Is it still snowing out there? Out the window?
No, that's just white.
Oh shit! Daylight. I thought that was your window.
It's daylight coming through the window.
Yeah.
You fucking vampire. But yeah, Costa Rica was, let me tell you guys, it was something else. I can't wait to go back. So for those of you that really haven't been following the Reset vlog on YouTube, you guys really should watch it. Like some of it's kind of kind of boring at the beginning, especially when I'm here still in Canada, right? Because it's, you know, there's not really much going on. I was just kind of filling time. And then the ones in Costa Rica, I mean, it's some of the scenery there. Like if you haven't been there, it really is amazing. And let me tell you, the people there are, wow, it's just something else. I mean, for those that wanted just a quick little story about it, we had internet issues when we first got there. Also, on that note, I'm going to be doing a trade from anywhere vlog and exposing the complete horseshit that is. You can't trade from anywhere. You can't just trade from a laptop. Anyways, I'll get into that in that vlog. That should be out this week. So it's March 11th, 2019 right now. So hopefully this week I'm going to have that out. But anyways, we were having internet issues. So we drove up the road to this other hotel. We were staying in a beautiful house up on the hill, overlooks the ocean. And the guy lied to us and said that there was really fast internet there. Well, there wasn't. I had to hotspot off my phone. But anyways, go up to this hotel, see if maybe if I had to rent a room or something. It was kind of a dive hotel, but it said that there was Wi-Fi up there. So we went to go check. And we noticed there was only like one person there. So he came out. He said hi. I asked him if he spoke English. He was a local fellow. And he said, yeah. And so he said a little bit. So I kind of explained the whole situation and told him, like, I need internet. Like, it's important. It's got to be kind of fast. Do you have any solutions? Do they have internet here? He goes, no, they have internet down at the bar, but not in the rooms. So he goes, just a minute. Holds up his finger, just a minute. Goes inside, like less than a minute later, this fucking guy comes out and he's got an air card. There are these little square flat air cards that everybody has up there. One of the servers, like their internet providers, Claro, I'm not sure which one. Anyways, he comes out with it and he just hands it to me and he says, I hope you bring it back.
Yeah.
Like that's
so cool.
That's amazing, man,
Yeah.
because that's the type of people that Chrissy and I are. Let's say same circumstances happened here in Canada for whatever reason. Someone came banging on our door. They spotted us outside. And, you know, if I had one, I would do the exact same. So you know what? You know what it reminds me of? You know what Costa Rica reminds me of? It reminds me of Canada circa 1980s.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. The people are amazing, super friendly, super nice, more than willing to give you the shirt off their back. Just really just awesome people, and people riding fucking motorbikes 4 at a time. Now, I told this story in chat this morning, and it's funny because no shit, 4 people on, now I'm not talking like a Harley, like a big bike. I'm talking a little Suzuki, little 125 piece of shit that I used to ride when I was like preteen, dirt biking around. But those are the bikes they're driving around on, and it's a husband, a wife that's probably fucking 50, 60, 80, 100 pounds overweight, and then 2 toddlers. We just had a jailbreak in the background. And then 2 toddlers, like 2-year-olds to 4-year-olds. They're all on this fucking motorbike, no helmets. But here's the catch. You fucking guys probably think I'm talking about in the daytime. Nah, man.
Yeah.
Pitch black, nighttime. They don't have lights on the bike. It might as well be a flashlight.
That's crazy.
A cheap little piece of shit $1.99 flashlight. That's their light that they use to roll around their family with no helmets, no nothing, pitch black, and the roads aren't straight there.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking like mountainous, curvy, shitty fucking roads, like horrible roads. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's, you know what I really liked about seeing that is that the laws and the rules and the traffic laws, everything's kind of left up to you and your discretion. And I can appreciate that, because I am not one, for people that know me, they know this. I hate laws. I hate rules. I hate all of that, because if people just were inherently decent people and they just did what you should do, you shouldn't need laws and you shouldn't need order and you shouldn't need any of that. But of course you have to, because 90% of the population, a bunch of fucking shitheads.
Yeah.
But that was nice. That was one of the nice things about seeing people down there. And I'm sure I'll get comments below about people, they completely missed right over their heads what I just said. But that's all right. I'm kind of used to that. Tino knows that. I say a lot of shit, and then it just goes right over Tino's head. And then I got to yell at him and explain 50 fucking times.
Well, listen.
Over and over again. We've
already gone over this. You are the smartest guy in the world.
I know that.
You know what I mean? So, hey, we're playing catch up, man. That's all we're doing.
I'm playing catch up.
You know what I mean?
I know. I'm brilliant.
Yeah. I'll get there one day. I'll be like Pat.
I know you will. So another thing that we're going to be doing down in Costa Rica, because we are going back. We're only here for about a month, and then we head back, and then we're there for 2 months. We've got that booked, but we're trying actually to get everything done in this rough month that we're back right now. We're trying to get everything done with the house, with the everything. Chrissy's working hard trying to get rid of a bunch of shit, because we got a bunch of shit. We got tons of stuff, right? We're consumers, right? And like, man, what do we do with all this stuff? I don't want to put it in storage, because it's a bunch of stuff we don't really use anyways.
Yeah.
Right? You know, I'm sure people can relate to that. You got a house full of stuff that you don't fucking use and you don't need and everything else. So we're trying to get rid of all that. And if we can, when we go down there, we're just down there. We've already got a spot booked for 8 months. So we're going to, you should see this place, Tino. Oh.
Yeah, I can't wait, man.
Man, it's 2.5 times the size of the place that we were staying at. Not that we need that, but I'll tell you what, it's fucking nice. So we're gonna jump all over that, because we're gonna have people down there. Tino's coming down, Kelbo's coming down. Also gonna be doing some in-person live stuff for people that want to come down. Yeah, really exciting stuff coming up.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Yeah, like we want to start doing like an in-person live boot camp, right?
Yeah.
And for people that want to. And also, as a bonus, you're down in Costa Rica and you get to go fucking hang out. And I don't know. I promise, though, one thing I promise, there won't be pizza parties. No pizza parties.
Yeah, no.
I'm pretty sure at this point in my life and my professional career, I can do a little bit better than pizza parties.
Yeah, man. No clubs.
No clubs. We don't have clubs.
Sorry, people.
Sorry, guys. No pizza clubs.
No.
You know what's funny though? I wasn't going to get into this, but I have to because it's too funny. It's like a growing trend right now. I'm seeing with like these people on Twitter, these traders on Twitter that run a service and stuff like that, and they're doing pizza parties. It's not just the one anymore.
Oh,
it's
really?
Like, no, I'm serious, and it's like spreading like wildfire. What
do you do at the pizza parties? You know what I mean? Like,
talk about how great these people are and fill their egos. I guess I don't know. Like, I don't want to go to a bar and have people stand around me and tell me how great I am, because that's what it will turn into. It would. Let's be honest. That's would it not, Tino? That's what it would turn into. People just inflating my ego. Well, I tell you, I don't need that anymore. I don't need to have people inflate my ego.
No.
Right? So, I guess their members like it. They enjoy it. Hats off to them. I don't see the point of that. If you're going to do a meetup and you're going to, and I know it's just a casual meetup and stuff, let's talk about trading, because they'll say, oh yeah, we do talk about trading. Yeah, to what extent? Right? That's why people are there. They want to learn from you, right? They don't want to just they just want a chance to get drunk with you, to tell a story and say, oh, I got drunk with so and so. Like, man, who gives a shit?
Fucking over that. You know what I mean?
Man, totally. Totally. And I know I'm going to catch some flack for saying what I just said. And it's just like I said in the last episode, I don't fucking care anymore. Man. It is what it is, man. Like people, I don't know. Those just aren't the type of people I want around me.
Yeah. Like, I know.
I want people that are just focused, just like a dog after a bone, man, focused on education. They just, man, they want to bleed for this. They won't do anything that wastes their time.
Yeah, right.
And to me, that would be a waste of time. It's a waste of time. I didn't get to where I was by wasting my time or other people's time. I was strictly focused on the charts and on the lessons and what I could do to further benefit myself and further myself as a day trader. Okay, that's what I did. I sacrificed a lot to get to where I did, and to where I am. And that's what people need to do, and not focus on the minutia that is the entertainment, or like if you can't get something out of it educational wise, then why are you doing it?
Yeah.
If you can't take information that you're receiving from any avenue, whether it be social media or something like this, and get educated, and something that's going to make you, at the end of the day, it's going to make you money. This information will make you money here.
Yeah.
I've received countless emails, DMs, all of that, messages about how people, off of the information we gave them off of Fallout Shelter, has made them money. Yeah, we talk a lot of shit on here too, right? Like that's one of the other comments. Like, oh yeah, all you guys do is talk shit. It's like,
it's life. It's called life.
Yeah, we're shooting shit,
what I mean?
Man. We're saying stuff. This is my avenue to vent.
Yeah.
Unless I don't do that on YouTube anymore. I don't necessarily do it on Twitter. This is my fucking house.
Yeah.
Right. And if you can't benefit from it, like, man.
Yeah.
But whatever. So to move on and move forward here, how you doing, Tito?
I had probably one of my best weeks last week. I was green every day, and had a good trade today. And you know what? It really resonated with me what you've been telling me for so long are the simple words is just take the trade.
Yeah.
Just take it. And that's what I've been doing. I've been breaking it down into such basics that a monkey could do it. I know that sounds funny, but that's how you got to break it down.
See, people have a problem. Just let me jump in here. This is why so many day traders struggle for so long, is if they look back, once they've made it, the ones that have actually fucking made it, the ones that have really truly made it, when they look back, if there's one thing that they would do differently, they would focus on the simplicity.
Yeah.
And that's it. See, that's a one problem that people will have a problem with. And that's the reason, that's their hurdle in any type of education that I give them, because it is so simplistic.
It is.
And it's a very simplistic view of the markets that people will have a problem with it because they look for more. Tino is a classic case of this. For so long, I would get so frustrated with him because he would just overthink it. He thought there was more to what I was saying.
Yeah.
And there isn't. There's no, it's black or it's white. There's no gray. There's nothing. You don't have to read in between the lines of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there's one guy, and it doesn't matter his name, but he's a very well-respected and prominent day trading educator, okay? He uses a lot of slang, a lot of code, a lot of read his mind.
Yeah.
And that's the one problem I've had with him. He's an extremely good trader. I will never take away anything from his trading, but from his education, that's what it is. He speaks in code, okay?
Yeah.
That's a big problem. People don't know what is going on inside your mind and the code or the slang you're using.
Right.
You need to keep it simple. And that's a problem that 99.9% of all educators have, is they want to make themselves sound smarter than what they are. So they use extra language in there when they're describing something instead of breaking it down to bare bones caveman basics.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. I can literally take, and I'm telling you I could take anyone off the street. And at some point I am going to prove this. I am going to do this because it's something I'm like really, because I'm wondering if I can do it, but I'm positive that I can take anyone off the street and in 3 months time, make them consistent, obviously to a degree, because we all know that it is an ongoing process, and it's not like you just 2-3 months and you're, oh, I'm good later, guys. No, it's not about that. But that's the problem that so many of these educators have. Yeah. And I mean, we've had a guy in the room that focused on crazy indicators where it's like, as long as I've done this, I couldn't figure out his strategy.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Even me, I had no idea what the fuck his strategy was.
Yeah.
And obviously that's not going to work. That does not fit the TrickTrades brand.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And that's really what happened. There was a few other things going on there, but that was the main reason why I just had to let him go. I don't even know what your strategy is. And that's crazy. I can look at anybody's strategy from Twitter, from YouTube videos, from anything. And in 10 seconds, I can figure out their general strategy and say, okay, that's what he does.
Yeah.
This guy, for months he was in the room. I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
No, I know.
There are so many moving parts and so many moving pieces with so many indicators. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. No idea.
Yeah, and then it started to bleed off because then some of the other members started using the language, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah. And they're asking me about trades, and it's like, no, man.
Yeah.
Like, no way. You're looking at it you're working way too hard, man.
Yeah.
Way too hard.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I go on stupidly crazy long green streaks. And for those of you that are out there that say, oh, yeah, well, yeah, post your P&L, prove that you do. I do in the room.
Yeah.
Do I not?
Yeah, almost every day.
Almost every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not something I'm overly concerned about. If somebody can take something from my trade or my P&L and use it for education and actually learn something from it, then I'll post it. But it's just like, man, like I've got nothing to prove to anyone. People that know me know, no, this shit's really happening. And it's something to see. It really is. Because like I've said before, at the beginning of time with TrickTrades, there are some people that have just traded in the background that aren't really involved with social media and trying to get like a huge fucking stupid following and stupid name, that we're fucking animals, man.
Yeah.
That do this day in and day out and make thousands of dollars a day easily. And their biggest losses are nil. They're nil. They're nil. Yeah. You'll never see me take a big stupid loss. Never. No. Never.
And there's always like a great lesson every day somehow, because let's look at what happened today. Remember the member that asked you that question about market limit orders?
Yeah.
Now here's somebody that if you never would have told him, he would have kept making that mistake over and over again. Yeah. And I bet you a lot of other people in the room didn't realize it either.
Yeah.
But because, it's a simple...
because they're still stuck on penny stock mentality. Well, we're trading stocks that are hundreds of dollars per share. We're not worried about a couple cents on a fill. We're just not worried about that. We're looking to make dollars per share. We're not looking to make 10 cents and scalp out 147 fucking times on one ticker on a trending stock. Yeah. Like, why would you do that? That's scared trading. That's trading scared.
Yeah.
Right? And that's one thing you can't do. You won't make any money if you trade scared.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, it's a lot of mentality that's out there that needs to be corrected. Even in penny stock land, you don't need to do half the shit that they tell you to do.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that. Mm-hmm. And that's why I get so worked up is people are fucking working way too hard with SEC filings and fucking this and that. Like, get out of here, man. Like, I'd rather go spend time outside or like spend time with my loved ones and family and friends. And why do you need to research SEC filings? What do you have a multi-million-dollar account and you're going to be a long-term short? If that's the case, sure, go ahead. Be a fundamental short, right? Or a fundamental long, whatever. But from a day trading standpoint, fundamentals can come into play. But for the most part, we're just taking the move, and that's it. We're not, and of course, and some people are going to read this wrong. Oh, yeah, you're fucking bashing fundamentals now. What are you, retarded? It's like, no, I'm not bashing fundamentals. Fundamentals have their place. But technicals trump fundamentals every time in a day trade.
You know, perfect example. I missed a trade this morning, which I'm sure a lot of other people did, because I was playing a perfect gap fill on BA.
Yeah.
And I chickened out because the bad news, number one, the bad news over the weekend about the plane crashing, it was down, 50 points pre-market?
Yep. Yeah, it was from there to where it opened, roughly, it was 51 points down. Yeah.
Yeah. But you went over pre-market plan of attack, and there was a gap fill that needed to be filled. And I had the level marked on my chart, and what did it do on the third candle? Touched it almost perfectly.
Yeah, there's the gap fill right here, folks. And this was all laid out.
Yep.
And I marked it just like so right here. What board am I on? I am on, we'll go to, that's board 6. These aren't the charts I use for screen share, or else they would already be on it. But here is, do you see that? Right there, folks. And go on, sorry.
I was going to take it long. Like you said, I was just going to take the trade. And if it went below, I was just going to take it off. But I psyched myself out. Started thinking about all the news, all the bad shit. It's just going to keep going down lower. Because that one red candle is a big red candle. And I thought it was just going to keep going.
See, and that's Tino's downfall.
Yep.
That he overthinks shit, because I laid this out and I said it's going to come down, it'll fill this gap, and it's going to bounce. And I didn't just call it. I traded it. Now, by the time I got entered, because it was first thing in the morning and I'm trying to get the room going, that's always my top priority. A lot of people make it about themselves. The TrickTrades is not. You guys are my top priority, and I fucking mean that. This is where I got in, right here. So it popped up. It broke those morning highs. I got in. It slams back down, and then she just fucking goes. That's where I got in, right there. Now, and then I fucked up. I fat fingered. Now, as it's coming up on these two candles, okay, this is my exit right here. This one was my exit.
Yeah.
So it comes up as soon as I get in, as soon as it pops up, I take some off. Now I was in options. Now the option side of here, I'm not going to discuss exactly what I was down on this little red candle here, but the spreads opened up and it was pretty big. But that again, it's about conviction, folks, conviction. And because of this gap fill with this wick, with that volume, that has now exhausted itself. It's coming up. For how long? I don't know how long it's going to come up, but it will come up. People need to understand that. These stocks are very predictable. They're not what people in social media and all the other avenues out there, they tell you that, oh, it's completely random. It isn't. It absolutely is not random. And I prove this every day. Mm-hmm. Probably 80% of what I say these stocks will do, they'll do. And they do it every day because these setups are not just technical setups. They are psychological setups. If you guys want to dive deep into the psychology of the stock market, and I'm not talking about basic regurgitated nonsense that you guys hear, okay? This is all completely my own thoughts and my own view of the market and why it works. These setups work. So it comes back up and I peel off, hold through the pullback. As soon as it pops back up, I peeled off and that's where I got out. I double tapped my mouse. I had half left and I double tapped that order.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy about that. And I always tell my members that you need to, and I made just a hair under 10K on this trade. So think about from my entry up to, even if I took it, because this is more realistically right here is where I would have taken off the trade. I would have been done with the trade. I might have held a couple contracts till the end of the day. Maybe. I'm saying maybe. Okay. But this for sure, I know I would have taken off 90% of what I had.
That was the 50. Yeah.
Yeah. And man, I double tapped and I got out and I wasn't happy because think about that. That's 10 grand right there.
Oh yeah.
10 grand. What would it have been? Because it was only this little bit here. This was the trade, this little bit from there to there, 10 grand. So what would have this have been? It would have been, if I just had to guess, I haven't worked it out. If I had to guess, it would have been in the 40, 50, 60 range. It would have been a really nice trade. You know, and that's the thing. That's what people don't understand. They don't understand the power that is options. Okay. Now, again, I show this every day, the P&L in the room. And we're not talking about $1,000 here and $1,000 there. They're beastly fucking P&Ls. And people say, well, why? They always ask me, why don't you just share that on Twitter? You'd have so many people in your room. It's like, first of all, I don't want that. I don't want to bring in the wrong mentality into TrickTrades. TrickTrades really seriously and truly is for people that are serious about their actual day trading careers, not people that want to get rich quick. If you want to get rich quick, I don't want you in my room. I don't. Quite simply put, I do not want you in my room.
Yeah.
Because I don't want that type of mentality breeding a cancerous environment.
Yeah.
Right? So it was a great trade. The entry was good, but that's the thing I like sharing with people is no matter how long you've done this for, you're going to have mistakes. Mm-hmm. You will fat finger. I fat finger stuff all the time. I'm not the greatest trader in the world, but I see the market through a different set of eyes, a very different set of eyes than what is out there. And I know I do. From how everyone else, I see their day trading styles and it's like, man, that's sloppy as shit. It's complete random behavior. Where this, because we're mixing technicals with psychology and human nature, man, you got her licked.
Yeah.
You know? But that's why Boeing bounced where it did. Because another thing that I discussed pre-market is the damage is now done. Boeing isn't some piece of shit penny stock or some shitty company. Boeing is a massive company with so many different irons in the fire that it would make your head spin. They have so many defense contracts, so many private contracts. They're a beast of a company. They're huge, okay? And because there was a couple plane crashes, one October, one now, people freaked out. But Boeing has now rectified the situation. They have now made that so that there will be no more crashes of the 737 MAX 8 series airplanes. Why? Because they have grounded all 737 MAX 8s. So now there will be no more deaths. The damage is done. People will buy the fuck out of this dip. And that's what they did. And I told people to buy this dip. This is a dip you want to buy. And unlike Kimmy Dykes out there where he just says, oh, just buy the dip. Just buy the, where, motherfucker? Where do I buy that dip? Right there. This is where, motherfucker. Right here. Yep. Right there. That's where you buy it. If you see a sign of strength there, you take it. And we did. We did.
Yeah.
And we banged. A lot of the TrickTrades members that were in this, they did way better than me because they didn't fat finger the exit. And they rode this bitch up all day. And they made a fucking mint.
30 points. Fucking crazy, man. I was so pissed when I saw it keep climbing. I was so pissed. I didn't even want to watch it anymore.
I caught a measly 6.5 points, roughly, but on the option side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about, you know what was really weird too was NVIDIA today, right?
Yeah.
So that didn't make any sense. You know what I mean?
No, NVIDIA really didn't make sense. And before I go to the charts, I want to talk about something. So NVIDIA, we'll talk about buyouts for those of you that aren't sure how M&A works. So mergers and acquisitions and buyouts. So usually anytime you see a massive gapper or a ranger, and you click, and it's usually the first gapper or ranger, right? Because the range is so crazy. It like gapped up like 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 points. So you check that and you see the straight up candle and then it just trades flat. That's a buyout. They don't move. So before I go any further, we'll go into the charts because I do want to show you guys. So on MNL, no, fuck. What was the name of that?
Oh, man.
I know the name. I can't think of the ticker. That's all right. Anyways, NVIDIA. So if you can find that ticker, that'd be great, Tino.
That's what I'm looking for right now.
So NVIDIA did something very different. So what happens in an M&A, a merger and acquisition, and a buyout? The company that buys that other company out. So NVIDIA bought out the other company. And what had happened was, what will normally happen is NVIDIA would tank. It would be down, okay? The other company, the company that gets bought up, skyrockets because they got bought out. They got bought out for X amount of shares and X amount of dollars, right? So I even commented on this in the pre-market plan of attack because I don't know much about the other company, right? And that's what people.
Melanix.
What's the ticker?
That's what I'm looking for. I'm reading the news. And
so, anyways, I commented on it pre-market, and we are looking at the strength in here on NVIDIA, and I said, well, that doesn't make sense. I said, this thing's probably going to go because the fundamentals of the other company, they got to be sound. Like they got to be really sound because the reason why the company that will buy the other company out tanks is because you're taking on their debt, their problems, all of that. Now, obviously, this other company is a very sound company. There probably is very little debt, if any.
MLNX.
MNLX?
MLNX, yeah.
I was close last time. See, but do you see the straight up and then it just trades flat? That's what happens. You'll get like when you zoom in, you'll get a little bit of movement. Like there is movement here, but it's only like it's 76 cents on like $120 stuff. Like it's very little. Okay. Very little. And it kind of sells off. Yeah. From highs to lows, you had a range of about a point. It's not worth it. And that's actually rare. Usually it's just a straight across chop. So you just don't even bother with a buyout. When you see the stock rocket up and then just flat chop like that, it's not worth it. But that's what I was saying on NVIDIA is, something's off. Something looks really weird. And sure enough, this thing just fucking went all day long.
Yeah.
Man. All day long.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because the company that they bought out, I haven't looked over any of the balance sheets or anything like that, but they got to be phenomenal. For the company for NVIDIA to rip up like this it's pretty rare, because it usually tanks and then it might come back up a little bit and retrace a little bit on the day, but rarely does it do this, the company that bought, because usually it's like for quite a while, the company that does the buying out gets damaged a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But NVIDIA, man, people loved it. They really loved it. So this is something definitely to watch. You can see this flat top here, that if it breaks this, flat top, you're definitely looking into a nice squeeze. Because I bet you right at the end of the day, a bunch of shorts piled in. Because you had 1, 2, 3 opportunities to pile in short, right? So there's a lot of volume towards that, and that's hours. That's hours. From here to here is 3 hours. So that's 3 hours of shorts piling in.
Yeah.
And if this area breaks, she'll definitely squeeze up. So it's something to watch. An incredible day, though, on NVIDIA. I mean, look at this fucking candle, man. That's massive. That's huge. And look where it topped out,
Yeah.
So it's getting into areas that they're horny, right? There's a lot of resistance there because it's tried once, twice. This will be the third time, right? So definitely something to watch. But I'll tell you what, NVIDIA is one of those stocks that, although it took a shit kicking, and the reason why it took a shit kicking is because they had a surplus of old stock. And with the release of their new graphics cards, the 2070 and 2080 series, they still have a bunch of old stock they got to get rid of. And if you go, you can actually find if you go on to, you got to really look for the 2080 or the 2070 series. A lot of them are the 1050s, 1060s, and 1070s that they're trying to sell. Now, the 1070 Ti graphics card is fucking, it's horny. It's a solid GPU. But some of the other ones, it's like, they're definitely getting a little outdated. Like the 1050, they're all right, but for trading it would be fine. Like, fuck, man. Like, a lot of people get carried away. Speaking of getting carried away, I just bought a fucking new laptop, and this thing is a space shuttle.
Did you buy one or two?
Two. The second one was a mistake. See, what had happened is I bought one on March 6th, was the order date, and it's like a $6,000 laptop. And here, I'll try and find a thing here.
You just give the other one to me, man. Let's just call it a day. Give it to me.
Yeah, fuck. Here, this is it here. This thing is a fucking horny ass beast, man. Like, just fucking crazy. It's the Dell Alienware Area 51M. This is a beast of a laptop. And you want to know what's so beautiful about this laptop is it has all of the parts in it. So the i7 9 series or 9th generation i7, which is the one I got, you can get an i9 in it, but I went with the i7 9th generation Kirby Lake. It's a pretty powerful chip, but you can drop in desktop parts into this.
Yeah.
Like it's not, these aren't laptop parts. These are desktop parts. So you can literally take your desktop i7 or i9 chip and drop it in. Now the graphics card is the 2080. I got the 2080 on this, and it's desktop, but that's where Dell kind of has you by the nuts. To upgrade, you got to go through Dell because it's their configuration, but it's still a desktop GPU. Yeah. But anyways, I fucked up and I bought 2 of these. Like I was saying, I placed my order March 6th, and then fucking sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at once. I used the wrong card. I used our lower limit card that we use on Amazon, just because those are the ones that we use. Like, we use Amazon quite a bit, right? So if anything happens, we don't want a huge hit. So I ended up using the other card, and or the smaller card, and the payment didn't go through. And then they sent me, like, Amazon needs to get their shit together. So they sent me an email stating that the payment didn't go through. Can you check your order stuff, right? Your credit card info and billing information. So I went through that and I changed the card, and it says, don't worry, you don't need to repurchase. We'll make another payment shortly. So I'm thinking in 24 hours at the latest, they would make another payment. No, man, they sent no confirmation. And I just this morning, I got fed up and I'm like, fuck it. Well, I'm not waiting because we're going to Costa Rica and I need this for Costa Rica. So I ordered another one. And then, like, I get Chrissy to check, like, did it go through, or like, what's going on here? Because they still haven't sent me a confirmation order, and I'm starting to get fucking impatient. I'm like worse than a kid waiting for Christmas when it comes to this shit. And then she goes, yeah, it came through twice. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So the second I buy another one, now they put in the second payment. Yeah. You fucking assholes. So it's like, I'm just like, whatever. We'll take 2, because we're going to have lots of people coming over to trade with us in Costa Rica. So they can just use that. Yeah. They can load in their broker for the week or 2 that they're there, and then they can delete all the files afterwards or whatever. Right. I mean, who gives a shit, right? Yeah. But yeah, so they don't need to bring anything with them. We'll have 2 USB monitors for them. We'll have a whole travel setup waiting for them. Cool. Because you can't just trade from a fucking laptop, folks. Yeah. In a canoe in the rainforest with no Wi-Fi. You can't. I'm telling you, you can't. You can't. Can't be done. Like when I went, I brought my laptop, which is a gaming laptop that I have right now. It's pretty decent. And I had 2 16-inch USB travel monitors off to the side. Okay. And then the laptop in the middle, and then above I've got a 29-inch ultra wide. That's my travel setup. Yeah. And I found I could do the job with that pretty decent. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually had some pretty good trading when I was in Costa Rica. Yeah. You can't do that from a tree. Definitely. No, not. You cannot do it from a tree. You cannot do it from a tree. You cannot do it from a pool. You can't do it from a canoe in the jungle. Yeah. You can't. Right? You can't. It can't be done. Yeah. It's nonsense and it's bullshit. Yeah. But I'm going to be doing a whole vlog on that where I kind of screenshotted a bunch of all of the internet information, like how many megabits per second I was getting, all of that. And it's like, you guys will see. And it wasn't even megabits. And sometimes I wouldn't even get a reading. And especially on the airplane, trading from an airplane, bullshit. Yeah. I call bullshit, because I had Wi-Fi that you could purchase on the airplane, and I did. And it was useless.
What was the speed? Did you check it?
Yes, I got 1 reading on the airplane. And it only happened once, and I couldn't get any other readings. And I tried, I don't even know. I was trying to get a second reading, to be fair. I couldn't get a second reading. Just a hair over 1 megabit per second. Oh, my God. Yeah. And no upload speed. No, the latency was like, I don't know, like 300, 400 milliseconds. It was retarded. Yeah. You cannot trade from that. You can't. Your order wouldn't go through. It would get caught in La La Land. I'm telling you, it would. So when you see these guys with their on the airplane, and they got their laptop and they're like, thumbs up, just made the trade. Bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. And maybe there's other airlines that offer better Wi-Fi. I don't know, but it wouldn't be by much, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, I got a reading of just a hair over a megabit per second. But that was the only time I got a reading. And I tried multiple times after that. That's all I did for half the flight back. I just kept hitting reset on fast.com, trying to get a reading. And I couldn't because the internet was no good for anything else.
Man.
I went to TrickTrades.com. I was able to load up the page. It took fucking forever, but I loaded the page. And then YouTube didn't load. So YouTube, it loaded, but you couldn't play any videos whatsoever. I checked my emails, but it took forever to load a fucking email. It was unusable, completely unusable. You know, that's such a fallacy, and that's why I'm so revved up about doing this vlog, because that's his whole marketing thing, is trade from anywhere.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Man.
Yeah.
You can, but you need to call in an internet service provider. You need, it's not just, as long as I have a Wi-Fi signal and a laptop, I can do it. No, you can't. It doesn't work that way, especially in the places he's traveling to, because I'll tell you what, Costa Rica actually has really good internet. You just need the internet providers to come in and hook you up, because the stuff that just kind of floats around, it's okay for like checking Facebook or Instagram, like the people's regular use.
Right.
I'm telling you, not for trading. Yeah, dude, how many times did I cut out?
Oh, I know.
It was not fun. It wasn't fun. And I took a couple of losses because of it. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I would never risk it. I would never try it.
No, and that's the thing. It's like you're risking too much, right?
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine if you were doing that and you were in that BA trade?
Oh, fuck, man.
Oh, man.
I would have shit my pants. Because, man, when it went red on me and those spreads opened up, I was like, oh, shit, here we go.
Yeah.
This is going to be a dirty one. And it was a dirty one. And, and it quickly rebounded. And I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a nasty loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been one of the worst. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't take big losses. I don't. And everyone says, "Oh yeah, but everybody takes big losses." No, not everyone. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't gunslingers, right? So, but on that note, folks, I think that's it. Tino?
I think so, buddy. I think we covered everything we wanted to cover. We got some good products coming out soon.
Yeah, we got a lot of big things coming up here, guys. TrickTrades War Room. We released Technicals Volume 1. Now we have Psychology Volume 1.
That's going to be really cool.
It really is awesome. The product is basically finished. Tino and I had a chance to review it today, the finished product. And let me tell you, this stuff is stuff. And everyone says, "Oh, you're probably just regurgitating from like Mark Douglas," or nah, man, because there's some things I don't agree with Mark Douglas on. I don't. It's
what's good about this is traders out there are not going to feel alone in their struggle.
No, they won't.
These traders think, "Oh my God, I feel so stupid doing this." Guess what? You're going to hear from people that are going through the exact same thing you are, and then you're going to learn how to overcome it.
Exactly.
That's what's great about it.
Yeah, and you're going to get a glimpse of to what happens in my one-on-one mentoring sessions. Yeah. That's the beauty thing. If you're ever hesitant over like, man, because I get emails all the time about people saying, I've given Kimmy Dykes, thousands of dollars and it didn't get me anywhere. Man, what makes you different? And I tell them, try me out for a month. That's it. And you'll see. And sure enough, they're in. They love it. And especially in the mentoring, guys, the mentoring program isn't a regular mentoring program. You get one-on-ones, okay? Yeah. You get a weekly class. And you'll see it in the you can see it on War Room Technicals Volume 1, and now you'll be able to see it on War Room Psychology Volume 1. It's amazing. You'll fucking love it, and you're going to learn a shitload from it. We also have Boss Assassin, Spy Sniper. So Boss Part 2 coming out. Wait till you guys see this. Oh yeah.
Strictly for the spy.
Yeah. It's got a shitload of live trades.
Yeah.
This is strictly on how to trade the spy. Everybody wants to know how, but doesn't know how to trade the SPY properly. And you see people getting their asses kicked. I'll show you how to not get your ass kicked and how to make money consistently. Consistently. This is all stuff that you will instantly be able to implement. Instantly. Yeah. This isn't stuff that it takes months and months after the fact. It's instant. I have the testimonials to back it up.
Yep. And Shotgun's kicking ass right now.
Shotgun is amazing. That is, and that'll be ripped off very shortly as soon as
just go to the website and read the testimonials on them. They're amazing.
Shotgun is basically the ultimate in one-on-one.
Yeah.
Ultimate. It guides you through a trade. You have somebody holding your hand as you're in a trade, and it helps you spot these setups in real time, because so many people, that's one of the number one questions I get asked, but how do you know it's a higher low or a lower high or a double top or a double bottom? Well, this is how.
Yeah.
Get it. It is money worth invested. It's going to help you. It will help you. Everything we release is something that I can stand behind 100%.
Yeah, and every person that's done Shotgun in the room has their trading is just turned around.
Instant, the next fucking day. It's amazing. That's why I get so amped up about it, because what we are doing at TrickTrades is disrupting. We are. Yeah. We are.
We're rebels, man.
Fucking rebel traders, man.
You know?
Join the rebellion, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. So on that note, we'll wrap it up here. Safe trading this week, guys, because it's a wild market. And if you are saying to yourself, especially on a day like today, and you put out a bunch of tweets with a bunch of Zs or Zs, as Americans and the rest of you like to call it, or what a snoozer, or, oh, this is so slow, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
You're doing it wrong. I'm telling you are, because today was fucking amazing. It's been a wild market for how many years now? And every fucking day. Every day.
Yeah.
Amazing. So if you're saying it's slow or any of that, you're doing it wrong. Start trading proper stocks, and I'll show you how to do this consistently for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Hell yeah. So on that note, folks, Tino.
Later, everybody. Say it.
Go fuck
Let's
yourself.
hear it.
Go fuck yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, he told me to go fuck myself again. Woo! Okay, folks, have a good one.
Later, people.
Adios.
See ya.